Hello and welcome to Beat the Number, our sports betting top picks and plays for the NBA early morning edition. Again, it's Beat the Number. Our episode here, we're going to focus on jumping ahead of the number for the point spread and jumping ahead of the number for the over-unders, totals for the NBA, National Basketball Association. We are going to start off with Lakers at Washington. The opening number is minus 5.5, total 226.5. Right now we're seeing 8s across the board. Total came down to 223.5. If you're wondering where we're getting this information from, it is at oddslogic.com. Has the latest information on the point spread moves, over-under moves, and the injury report for the injuries for these teams. That's oddslogic.com. Speaking of injuries, on the Laker front for the Los Angeles Lakers, this is their off night. They did play 2 nights ago in Philadelphia, and now they had a day off, and now they got Washington today. Laker injuries right now: Dorian Finney-Smith shoulder. It shows that he is questionable to play Thursday at Washington, so it's 50-50. LeBron James, questionable to play Thursday at Washington, 50-50. Anthony Davis is out with an abdominal injury. Gabe Vincent, knee injury, questionable to play Thursday, 50-50. Jared Vanderbilt, foot, questionable to play Thursday. Christian Wood out indefinitely. On the Washington side, Alexandre Sarr, ankle, questionable to play. Malcolm Brogdon, foot injury, questionable to play. Marvin Bagley III, knee, out indefinitely. Sadiq Bey, knee, out indefinitely. Excuse me. So for this game here, we're going to look at the head-to-head to see what's happening, get a proper breakdown. They played already in LA about 9 days ago, January 21st. The Lakers were 13.5 point favorites. Total is 228.5. It went under the total. Lakers covered easily. They won 111-88. Last 10 games for the Lakers against other opposition: 6-4, 4-5 against the spread, 4-5-1 against the spread, 5-5 over under. Lakers had won 4 straight games, lost to Philadelphia, the end of their streak. 4-1 the last 5. Lakers are 2-3 to the under. Washington, they've lost 10 straight games, and 4-6 against the spread, 5-5 the total. Washington's 1-4 to the under. I would lean to the Lakers. Lean to the Lakers -8. They should cover the spread, unless LeBron and I know AD's out, but unless LeBron sits out or others sit out, I mean the Lakers should cover. I would just wait for the only thing I would just wait for the wait till middle of the afternoon tomorrow to see who's going to be playing and who's not playing for the Lakers and for Washington before you make this bet. I wouldn't bet anything as yet. Just wait, and then we'll get a better idea tomorrow. Next game we're looking at Dallas. Let me see. Hold on. Sorry, Atlanta at Cleveland. Cleveland -9, 9.5. Total 239.5. Right now we are looking at 237.5, and we're looking at 10.5. Yeah, that's what we're looking at right now, 10.5. So the injury report we're going to look at first on the Atlanta side. I think Trae Young's back in the lineup. Let me see. Yeah, he's back. He's not going to be out. He's going to be playing. Bogdan Bogdanovic. Personally, he's out against Cleveland, let me just verify. It says that he's out. Let's see. Yeah, he's out Thursday for personal reasons. Clint Capella, back injury, ruled out. Jalen Johnson, shoulder, out for the season. Zachary Rishager, questionable to play Thursday. This is the Atlanta side, so on the Cleveland side for the Cavaliers, we have Sam Merrill, illness questionable. Isaac Achoro, shoulder questionable. Karis LeVert, wrist injury questionable. Darius Garland, questionable to play Thursday. Dean Wade, out indefinitely. So then this matchup here, let's see. So they've already faced each other twice already. Last November, early in the season, they faced each other. At Cleveland, Cleveland was a 9-point favorite. Atlanta won 135-124. And it went over the total, 242.5. Second game was in Atlanta. Cavaliers again favored 5.5. Total 243.5. Atlanta covered 117-101. And it was under 243.5. This one here now, as we know, it's 10.5 Cleveland, total 237. No, the Cavaliers played last night against Miami and covered Miami. The best look I would do for this game, actually, let's go over the last few games for Atlanta first. I have a play on this game. 3-7 Atlanta last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 2-7 to the under. Atlanta's lost 6 straight games, and they are 1-4 to the under. So the offense is really lacking right now. Cavaliers are the opposite, 5-5 last 10, 5-5 against the spread, 6-4 to the over. Cleveland's won 2 straight games, and they are 3-2 to the over. So the way I play this game in the first half. So the first half, I'm guessing, is going to be 6.5. So I play Cleveland in the first half. So more than likely, this might be a 6.5 point spread in the first half. I take Cleveland in the first half. That's my play for that game. Next game is going to be Houston at Memphis. Memphis 2.5 point favorites, total 236.5. Right now we're looking at 238, and the spread is at 5. It's mainly 5s on the board, 238. So on the Houston side for the injury report, Houston Rockets, let's see. Alperen Sengun, calf injury, questionable. Terry Eason, he's questionable to play Thursday. Steven Adams, ankle, questionable to play Thursday. Jabari Smith Jr. out indefinitely. On the Memphis side, Vince Williams Jr. foot out indefinitely. Marcus Smart finger out. Gigi Jackson II out with a foot injury. So these two teams, I believe they've played about 2 or 3 times already. Let me verify that. I know they've played a few times already. Yeah, they played 3 times already. That was correct. This is the 4th and final meeting. First meeting was in Houston, early in the season, October 25th. Houston, a 3.5 point favorites. Houston covered in a 128-108. And it went over the total, 226. Second game was in Memphis, January the 9th, early this month. Memphis was a 2.5 point favorite. Total was 234. Houston covered in 119-115. It was a push at 234. Third game, January 13th, about 2 weeks ago. Back in Houston. Houston, a 2.5 point favorite. Memphis covered. They covered the spread at 2.5, and the total was 235. Houston won 120-118, and went over. So So this is the fourth and final meeting. Right now, Houston last 10 games 8-2 against other opposition, 6-3-1 against the spread, 6-3-1 to the over. Houston's won 4 straight games, and they have four straight wins, 3 straight as an underdog. So they've covered 3 straight as an underdog in this situation. And the last 5, they are 2-3 to the under. That's Houston. Memphis 7-3 last 10, 7-3 against the spread, 7-2-1 to the over. Houston 4-1 the last 5 games, and they are 3-2 to the over. Yeah, in this case, the only way I can look at this game, I have to look at the over 237.5. I like the over here. All 3 of these games have gone over. I see this game going over as well. Houston, this is the last game of the road trip. This is a 4-game road trip for Houston. Last game of the road trip. Let me see here. It's at 4. Let me see here. So far, I like the over in this game. Over 238. I like the over in this game so far. No play on the side, just the over 238 for now. Next game, Orlando at Portland. Orlando 4.5 point favorites, total 211. Right now we're seeing 5.5 Orlando, and the total is 212.5. So the injury update for this game on the Orlando side, we have Gary Harris, hamstring upgraded to probable for Thursday. Jalen Suggs, knee injury, questionable. Martez Wagner, ACL out for the season. On the Portland side, Jeremy Grant, ankle, questionable. Matisse Thybulle, he's questionable for Thursday as well. Let me verify that. I think he's questionable. That's what they're saying. No, he's out indefinitely. Excuse me. Matisse Thybulle's out indefinitely. I do apologize. This is Jeremiah Grant. Ankle is questionable. So Orlando, Portland. Let's look at the Blazers here. You know, the Blazers, they came off a big win against Milwaukee at home. They're probably their biggest win of the season, in my opinion. So these teams played in Orlando January 23rd. So they played about a week ago in Orlando. At that time, Orlando was favored -7, and the total was 213. Portland covered and won the game, 101-79, and it went under 213. This is the second meeting. Right now, Orlando 2-8 the last 10 games, 3-7 against the spread, 5-5 over under. Orlando 1-4 last 5, and are 2-3 to the under last 5 games. Portland, meanwhile, 5-5 last 10, 6-4 against the spread, 4-5-1 to the under. Portland 4-1 the last 5 games, and they are 2-1 the last 5 to the total. Most importantly, Portland has 4-1 the last 5 games, but they've covered 6 straight games they've covered as a dog. That's pretty impressive. And so this game here, I definitely like Portland here. I like the Blazers. The Blazers are heading in the right direction. They are playing well. Orlando, I don't trust them as of yet. I like Portland here to cover the 5.5. I like them here a lot. They're one of the hottest teams in the NBA, especially covering the spread. I like Portland all the way. Portland +5, 5.5. Take the Blazers. I like him here a lot. Final game here is Minnesota at Utah. This one is 7.5 7.5 Minnesota in Utah. Total 223. Right now we're still seeing 7.5s, and it's at 224. The injury report for Minnesota. We have Nas Reed, illness, questionable. Dante DiVincenzo, out. On the Utah side, Cody Williams, ankle, out indefinitely. Laurie Markman, he is questionable to play Thursday. Walker Kessler, shoulder, questionable to play Thursday. John Collins, illness, questionable to play Thursday. Jordan Clarkson, questionable to play Thursday. So there's a lot of question marks in this game. A lot of question marks. Head to head with these two teams. We're going to look here now. This is the first meeting of the season between these two teams. First time they're playing each other head to head. Last 10 Minnesota 6-4. Last 10 games 4-6 against the spread. 7-3 to the over. Minnesota's won 4 straight games. 4 straight. Yeah, so 4 straight games for Minnesota. Yeah, they're playing very well, and they are 4-1 last 5. 4-1 to the over, Minnesota. Utah 1-9 the last 9 games. 5-5 against the spread. 5-5 to the over/under. So they have lost 7 straight games, and they are 2-3 to the under. Yeah, so 2 teams heading in opposite directions. As of right now, I don't have a plan on this game because of the injury report. Some guys may or may not play. Remember, Minnesota played last night in Phoenix, so they're on a back-to-back. So right now, I want to see the lineup for Minnesota and Utah tomorrow in the afternoon. Then I'll have a better read and angle on this game. But for now, the plays that I like are Portland 5.5. I like the over in Houston and Memphis at 238. And I like Cleveland in the first half. It should be about 6. If you check it out later on this morning, it should be about 6.5. I'm going to guess the first half 6.5 in this game. That's my guess. All right, so thank you very much for joining me once again. My name is Abby. Thank you for joining me on Beat the Number, NBA Morning Edition. Again, whether you fade or follow these picks, it's up to you. I just choose the games I just pick the size and the totals for these games, how I see them fit. Again, I still want you to cash those tickets, whatever you do. Stay blessed, stay humble, believe in yourself, and we'll see you later on today. Peace.